Well, happy Thursday to you. I'm meteorologist Justin Gehrts, and thanks for joining us here with the 10 Weather Impact Show. Had a few little showers drifting on by so far today, but we are seeing more sunshine breaking through as well. Really, that's going to be kind of the theme we have over the next couple of days is little spotty showers. Most of us are dry, and even if you get a shower, it's not going to amount to a whole lot. But just the same, those shower chances are with us. So here's what the weather impact is over the next few days. Again, a handful of showers today and tomorrow. The weekend is going to be cool with some patches of frost, especially for areas, let's say, north of Interstate 70 primarily. Primarily the outlying areas, too, that tend to be a little bit cooler. We also have a wet first half of next week. Rain chances Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Once again, it's not going to be raining solid all day, all 3 of those days. They'll be coming in waves, but an unsettled weather pattern as temperatures warm up a bit and give us a little break of the cool down that we're finding ourselves in for the time being. All right, here's a check of live radar right at 2 o'clock. There you see some areas of light green hanging out there. Again, because it's the light green, whatever is falling isn't amounting to a whole lot. We've had a couple little rounds come through Franklin County over the past couple of hours. This activity is sliding off toward the east, though, between Groveport and Pickerington here at 201. A few of these out toward Pataskala, south of Granville, near Buckeye Lake, little sprinkle or two. Head off toward the south, Lancaster, maybe a little shower, also heading toward the south. We're seeing a few of these in the Hocking Hills area, rolling south as well. So again, not lasting very long, enough to wet the pavement or sidewalk, and that's just about it. Good news is, any wet pavement or sidewalks, they're going to be drying up because we have those clouds breaking up a fair bit. This is the visible satellite picture, and we've had the thicker cloud cover now in the eastern part of the state. You see more breaks in those clouds, a little more pockety type stuff. That's an indication that we're seeing more sun breaking through. We'll eventually see a mostly sunny sky as we wrap up the day. Should be pretty nice out there. In fact, we're seeing a fair bit of blue sky right now, live on our camera outside Audubon Metro Park, looking north toward downtown. Now, a few of these could still produce a sprinkle or two, but by and large, things are quieting down for a lot of us in central Ohio. It's mostly to the southeast of Columbus that we're, again, still seeing some of those isolated showers, but those too are working out over the next little bit. You see that here in the hour-by-hour forecast. Less green as we head toward late this afternoon into the early evening. More sunshine takes over. Should be a pleasant evening. Cool, though. It's also going to be a little breezy at times until probably close to sunset when those winds drop off a bit. We start the night fairly clear, but then clouds roll in late. We'll see some showers work by tomorrow morning. Morning drive tomorrow, some areas of light rain. This will be working through the area throughout the morning hours. Early afternoon, it begins to exit. However, there's enough cool air aloft, and we're going to be warming up just enough near the ground that should generate some additional spotty showers tomorrow afternoon into the early evening. Once again, that activity is going to be sparse. Not everybody sees that redevelopment, but it is going to be out there in some places. All right, then we see a mainly clear sky going into Saturday morning. I don't expect sunshine to last all day long, though. Like we've seen around here when we have these bouts of cool air, you may start with sunshine, but during the afternoon, those clouds fill back into the sky. Looks like a dry weekend, though, at the very least. As far as rainfall amounts go, it's not going to be a whole lot. Many of us are going to be near or under 1/10 of an inch. Now, with that rain tomorrow morning, some of those more persistent showers could lead to some spots getting perhaps 2/10 of an inch or so. For the most part, though, it is not going to be a significant event for us. We've had a slow rise to temperatures today because of the clouds. We're still at 51 as of 2 o'clock in Columbus, 52 Lancaster, still 48 in Newark, 56 though in Marysville. You see the temperatures coming up a little bit more where we have had a bit more time in the sunshine. I do expect that we should rise into the upper 50s yet this afternoon. You notice, though, we're in good company here on the cool temperatures. Everybody in the Midwest is situated in the 40s and 50s with just a couple of spots hanging out close to 60 at this hour. The temperature pattern is a cool one. Canadian air is in place. It'll be over us for the next couple of days. We get a little break with milder air that tries to push in toward early next week, and then we're going to be seeing a bit more of the warmer temperatures come back in here. We'll try this again just because the data was having trouble loading. I want to show you that cool air pushing away. The milder stuff, oh, it's just taking a break today. Well, you know what? The text tells you what you need to know as we do have that cool air settling back in toward the back half of next week. Now, we have a couple of days coming up with lows colder than 40 degrees, and after May 1st, well, some years have a bunch and a lot of years don't. Last year we didn't have any, 2024 we didn't have any. 2023 we had 5 days with lows colder than 40 after May 1st. Back in 2021 we had 9 of them, so it is kind of a situation of feast or famine when you have these cool downs after the start of May. All right, 58 for a high today. Isolated shower, but decreasing clouds is the theme for a lot of us. Northwest winds around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Clippers game tonight. Puppypalooza. Good news there. Good news, too, is it's going to be dry. A lot of sunshine, too, but it's going to be cool out there with temperatures in the 50s throughout the game. So nice sweatshirt or jacket is going to be a wise idea for you. All right, here's that 7-day forecast as we have 55 tomorrow, a couple of showers out there, 55 on Saturday, 61 Sunday. Want to highlight again that potential for some frost both weekend mornings. Going ahead to our next week. Highs close to 70 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but it comes with some rain chances. Could even be a rumble of thunder. We'll be watching election day as there may be some areas of rain to contend with there as well. All right, we've been talking a lot this week about storms and storm damage across the country, but thankfully there are some bright spots in the recovery, such as a dog being rescued after 44 hours trapped in rubble. Olivia Hickey reports from Enid, Oklahoma.
Meet Romy, the roaming 13-year-old Rottweiler mix, or as everyone calls her,
Pup. It's a happy name. Pup, P-U-P. Short and sweet, like she is.
Her owner, Kay, says luck brought them together 13 years ago.
She chose me by being under an apple tree on Labor Day. And I thought she was somebody in the neighborhoods. And I hunted, and she chose me. I like things that choose me. I think that makes me feel special.
And Faith reunited them days ago when Kay received a warning that an EF4 tornado was rolling into her neighborhood. She made sure she and Pup were in safe spaces.
I heard the warning, so I closed the door on her. She was already lying comfortably on her bed.
And Kay headed to her closet.
What I felt was like someone shaking out a rug, a throw rug.
Neighbors and loved ones rushed to her side once the coast was clear, but she was worried for her best girl.
I immediately, said my prayers for her.
After hours of cleanup on her property and a moment of darkness.
Somewhere, her collar was found with a rabies tag in the collar, and that terrified me. And that the wind, they had picked her up and flung the collar off of her, and then I'd never see her again.
Pup was found 44 hours after the tornado, shaken but safe. Today, she's grateful for those who helped rescue Pup and continue to see them through their recovery.
There were so many hands. So many people helped us get to where we are.
And after a quick stop at the salon for a cleanup, she's ready for her next adventure as they wait to rebuild and return to the neighborhood. And for Pup, her backyard.
Yes, she loves the deer and all of the animals. She loves the bunnies, but she really hates possums.
After our Pup posts have garnered thousands of likes and hundreds of comments, she is now calling on anyone who sees their story to spread kindness. And if you can, donate to your local animal shelter.
Well, much like with the severe weather in the central U.S., wildfires continue to ravage parts of the South, but help is being provided as volunteers are providing crews a place where they can take a break, shower, rest, and get their gear cleaned before heading back out to the front lines. Sydney Deshawn reports.
They're just really grateful. Just grateful that we're here helping them. Some of them are amazed that we're just all volunteers.
Richie Howard is a chaplain with Georgia Baptist Disaster Relief, a volunteer-led ministry that usually responds to tornadoes and hurricanes.
Actually, a wildfire is not something we normally have. So this is a first for me in 8 years.
Howard says he felt called to come help firefighters working the Highway 82 wildfire.
I mean, they're putting their life on the line. I can't tell you how many homes down that road that fire literally went around the house because there was some firefighter fighting it. And I mean, that's just a miracle.
For about a week now, this church has become a temporary base for crews battling the flames. Howard giving us a walkthrough, showing us how firefighters use the space to rest and recharge. Volunteers running showers.
They can shave, fix their hair.
Washing clothes.
Get all the grime and carcinogens out of their clothes, and sometimes we have to wash them 2 to 3 times to get them good and clean for them.
Even giving them a place to sleep.
About 50 firefighters are staying here.
Between long shifts.
They'll just rotate out. 3 will leave and 3 will pull in.
Howard says the work is about more than just meeting needs. It's about showing up with compassion.
We just serve them, let them feel our love, love of God through us. And so that's important to us, to be able to serve people. That's what Jesus did.
Now to some stories about our environment. New research suggests a direct link between traffic smog and developmental delays in children. A study from King's College London reveals that babies exposed to high levels of air pollution while in the womb show slower progress in developing motor and language skills. Timing appears to be everything. Researchers found that exposure during the first trimester had the most significant negative impact on a child's future growth. And sticking with Mother Nature, the environment for Florida orange growers has been getting worse in recent years. The fruit that was once known for growing in the Sunshine State is slowly disappearing. As Christian Benavides reports, Florida citrus farmers are looking for new ways to stay in business.
Steve Crump is a fourth-generation citrus farmer. To him, these old fruit loaders represent just how far Florida's once booming citrus industry has fallen.
2021 was our last commercial harvest with these things, and I knew when I parked it here that I probably wouldn't ever move it again.
Ask any citrus farmer. They'll give you 3 reasons for the downturn.
Citrus diseases, and then you've got development, and then disasters.
Citrus greening, a fast-moving disease with no cure, has been devastating for Florida oranges.
Greening eventually kills the tree, or it gets the production so low, as a farmer, you're done paying for trying to keep it alive.
Residential development and natural disasters, including hurricanes, threaten crops, and more recently, a rare freeze.
This fruit froze at the end of January. You can see how dry it is.
The decline has been dramatic. In the span of just one generation, orange production in Florida has fallen by about 95%. 3 decades ago, orange production was prolific in the Sunshine State.
Some years, more than 225 million boxes were sold. Now that's dropped to about 12.2 million.
We know that we're on that right path to increasing our boxes.
Matt Joyner is with the industry trade group Florida Citrus Mutual. He says despite the low numbers, the situation has stabilized and there's reason to be optimistic.
We've got growers that are putting trees in the ground. We've got quality improvements in terms of tree health and even orange size and sweetness. We are still an unbelievably large commodity being produced in the state of Florida.
Crump's farm has gone from wholesale to retail in order to keep his business afloat. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Volusia County, Florida.
And turning now to outer space, the Artemis II astronauts visited President Trump at the White House on Wednesday, weeks after their historic mission to the moon. As they gathered in the Oval Office, the president welcomed Artemis II Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialist Christina Cook, and mission specialist Jeremy Hansen.
We have some people that have captivated the attention of the whole world, not just our country, the whole world, and they're very brave, and there was a lot of rocket under them. I never saw anything like that. We were talking about it. It's I don't know how they do it. I wouldn't want to do it. But it takes people like this to make our country great.
Earlier this month, NASA's Artemis II capsule returned to Florida's Kennedy Space Center. Before that, the last time astronauts flew to the moon was in 1972 on the Apollo 17 mission. And tomorrow, as part of a special CBS morning show, co-host Gayle King and CBS Evening News anchor Tony DeCoppel will moderate a town hall with the Artemis space crew and special guests. One of those guests, a 5-year-old aspiring astronaut from suburban Atlanta who went viral on launch day and captured hearts around the world.
My most exciting thing is I will see the rocket launch into space because I'm so obsessed with space.
Weren't we all on that day? Artemis II, a celebration of heroes on CBS Mornings, an event for the whole family, takes place tomorrow morning on CBS and on 10 TV. One more space story for you today, but this time from our backyard. For the past 16 years, students from across the nation have competed to have their science experiments take flight. Now 3 6th graders from Pickerington received the call of a lifetime. Their experiment is lifting off less than a month from now. It's all about how hand sanitizer performs in space. Meteorologist Meredith Garfala reports.
What are we going to do first?
We can look at these.
Like any science experiment, there's always trial and error.
The biggest challenge was probably when we had to restart the project because the hand sanitizer had alcohol in it and it couldn't be alcohol-based.
Try rotating it as you push it in.
But for these 7th graders at Lakeview Junior High in Pickerington, this is no ordinary science class investigation. They are preparing to send it to the International Space Station.
I was sitting in class and I was trying to brainstorm an idea, so I saw my hand sanitizer on my book bag and it made me think of how it would work in space compared to on Earth.
So you'll fill both of those.
This idea was submitted as an entry into the Student Spaceflight Experiments Program, an annual competition where groups of students from around the world, grades 5 through 16, come up with a research project that can be sent to space.
They were surprised that we were the ones to win since we're younger and stuff, but they said they were very proud of us for doing it.
Get it as tight as you can.
From the 1,178 proposals submitted to a national panel, it's only 20 teams that get the round-trip ticket to space.
Knowing that 3 girls at our school and on our team got picked to do this was pretty exciting for everybody. So for the whole school, it was a pretty big deal.
And have it sent over to me, where I'll get it onto the space station.
And if that's not cool enough,
what's on yours?
The mission patches, designed by 2 students in the local school district, will also fly with the experiment.
I had an astronaut standing on a moon with some hand sanitizer in the background because that was part of the experiment. And then I had a bar of soap too because it was stuff to kill bacteria.
An opportunity that will continue to motivate, create, and inspire our next generation of scientists, engineers, and even artists.
I'm thinking to pursue art, and I'm actually interested in science as well, environmental science and sustainability. So to have this association with my name, I think is going to be a good opportunity.
Taking classroom learning to a level that's, full pun intended, out of this world.
Of course, have a great rest of your day.
Thanks so much.
Pickerington was one of 2 Ohio schools out of 20 globally selected for this mission. Students from Ohio University in Athens will conduct an experiment to learn more how watercress survives and thrives in microgravity and how that could make it a potential food source for space travelers. All right, one final space note to pass along this afternoon. You might remember adorable companion from the Artemis II coverage early in April. This is a plush that went into space with the astronauts, given the name Rise. He's officially a zero-G indicator, but it's not hard to see why the internet was clamoring for the chance to buy one of their own. Well, now you can. Just visit www.nasa.gov/exchange to order one of these to keep track of gravity levels in your house. There you'll also find numerous Rise accessories and other Artemis II items available for purchase. Who wouldn't want a Rise plushie, though? That thing is just so stinking cute. All right, finally today, let's check out some new video into us here at 10 TV. While winter may be long gone, rescue teams and their dogs are training on the snow-covered slopes of Mount Etna. As visitor numbers rise, crews are preparing for more accidents in a dangerous and unpredictable environment. At more than 3,000 meters, Italy's Etna is the tallest active volcano in Europe. The combination of snow and the threat of eruptions makes this a dangerous training ground. Thanks to rigorous training in the summit area, these human-dog pairs are able to locate people beneath deep avalanche snow or in the complex recesses of lava flow caves. And finally, this big boy is becoming a nationwide sensation. His nickname, Chonkers. He's a sea lion who appears to be at least twice the size of his fellow sea lions, and he's taken up residence on San Francisco's Pier 39. The location is known for being a hangout for local sea lions who want to catch some sun or take a nice nap. Both good ideas, honestly. Oh, living his best life. Look at that. The oversized mammal is drawing interest from tourists and locals alike. Everyone just wants to capture a glimpse of that big fella. I mean, who wouldn't want to? I'm jealous, honestly. He's having a good time, just rocking back and forth. Oh, man. I could watch that all day. Well, he's having a good time, and, you know, our weather is going to be favorable for us the next couple of afternoons and evenings in particular. The rest of the day, any isolated showers that are still out there, they're kicking out of here, so we'll see clearing skies take place and should be a nice but cool evening. Tomorrow, most of the rain is going to be in the morning into the early afternoon. Then we have a quieter evening tomorrow. But I would say tonight is the nicer of the 2 evenings. Weekend is looking dry, but it's going to be cool. Highs in the mid-50s on Saturday, up near 60 or so on Sunday. Then we have more rain chances coming up early next week. All right, join us once again here at 4 o'clock as we will have more updates on the upcoming weather from Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.